Hi, Master Dan Segar for Warrior Scholar TV. Welcome back to another episode. I'd like to share with you one of my favorite stories. And it goes like this. There was this gentleman, he was going to a business trip in Korea, and his daughter wanted to bring her back a souvenir. So he, being the cheapskate that he was when he was down in Korea, he went to the souvenir shop, he looked for the cheapest thing, and he saw fans. And it was two boxes. It said 50-cent fans and dollar fans. So being the cheapskate, he grabbed the 50-cent fan. The lady wrapped it up. He took it home and gave it to his daughter. And it was a pretty looking fan. And she opened it up. And as soon as she started fanning herself, the fan fell apart, broke into a bunch of pieces. So she started crying. Father said, it's okay. I'm going back next week and I'll get this all straightened out. So sure enough, he goes back on a repeat business trip. And he goes to the same shop with the pieces of the fan. He says, listen, I bought this fan here a week ago, and my daughter fanned herself with it, and it broke apart. She says, well, what did you buy? The 50-cent fan, the dollar fan? He said, well, what's the difference? She goes, well, the dollar fan, you fan yourself like this. The 50-cent fan, you fan yourself like this. So the moral of the story is don't be cheap. You pay for what you get. Over the years, teaching martial arts, every once in a while I get a cheapskate. And I had one person not too long ago turn around and say to me, how much are your lessons? And we said, well, $129.99. And she goes, oh, well, your competitor charges, is charging $99. I said, well, join them. You're going to pay less, and then about 2 weeks, they're going to ask you to upgrade into their $159 program, and you're going to pay more. And on top of that, they're not as good as us, so you're not going to get as good instruction from us. And third, we're the oldest school in the United States. We were opened up in 1968. I'm teaching second generation students. So I have belts older than half of these guys. And so you're not going to get the same instructor experience. Of course, being cheapskate, she did it. And a couple months later, showed up on my doorstep. And about 3-4 months later, child didn't know anything. Had no basic skills. She wound up paying a lot more money per month. I think it was close to $200. And then she, when she came to me and she saw all my students that trained the same time as her child, so much more skillful, she realized she made a bad mistake and she didn't listen to me. So you pay for what you get. Don't be cheap. It's more expensive when you're cheap, because you have to do it over again. You buy a cheap tire and then it runs out on you and blows on you. Then you got to wind up buying a better tire anyway. So now you're on the hook for that tire and the cheap tire price. And that goes with everything. You buy a cheap TV, the TV blows. 3 years later, you got to buy another TV, and now you're on the hook for the price of that TV and the TV you should have gotten in the first place. So don't be cheap. Get yourself always good quality. You deserve it. And I'll see you in the next episode.